Oh, hello! Greetings, salutations, welcome to me and my stream. Welcome to me and my stream? What even is that? Hi, I'm Sin. I bake things sometimes, every now and then, twice a week at least, typically. And I'm gonna do some baking today. We hope. So this recipe. Right up front about this recipe. Much like Wednesday's recipe, I was like, oh, you know what I'll do? I'll make something that I have the ingredients on hand for. That seems like a frugal, economical thing to do. So that's what we're doing. That's why I picked it. Did not realize at the time just how many negative reviews were on the recipe that I picked. Saying things like, oh, these don't turn out well, like they're bland. And or they're dry. So there's a bunch of wonderful, kind people in those comments who are like, hey, try doing this instead. So this is not the actual recipe that is on the page. It has been modified slightly to hopefully give better results when we make them. So considering how quick I think these are going to be to make, if the first batch doesn't turn out right, I could probably make another one. See how that turns out. Anyway, but the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to preheat the oven. Because that's what you do when you bake things. You preheat the oven ahead of time so that you don't stand around waiting. Also, I don't know, at some point I'll probably just whilst waiting for the things to finish, maybe read some of the actual comments, but even the directions seem oddly sparse and not exactly in the right order. I understand the notion of, dry ingredients, wet ingredients, mix them together, boom. But I feel like sugar is usually considered a wet ingredient for whatever reason. Probably because there's actual moisture inside sugar. But this one's no, add that. Just add that to the dries. It's I think that's a bad idea. So let's not do that. All right. I need some bowls though. Bowls would be good. Here's a bowl. That's another one. Yes? No, use a smaller one. We don't need a gigantic bowl. Use a more reasonably sized bowl. Also, where's the... Here we go. I'm the liquid measuring cup. Wash you out real fast. I'm nothing if not prepared ahead of time. Go. Stab it. Yep. There's actually a couple of liquid ingredients we're going to need to measure, so. Okay. You just actually grab milk from here. I'll actually try to point out the various things that are way different from the actual recipe as I come across. And the first one is doubling the liquid, essentially, from half a cup of milk to a whole cup of milk. Because yes, dry was one of the most frequently commented complaints about the recipe. Alright, so we'll put the dry ones in here, we'll put the wet ones in here, and everybody will be happy. Yeah, that should work out. Alright, so start with dry. Step 1, flour, 1.5 cups, which, if math and numbers stand to reason, that would be 125 times 1.5 equals 188 grams. Once again, getting flour all over my laptop. As one does, that's too much flour. Little too much. Not too much. Oh, so close. So very close. Almost. Almost. Oh, there we go. All right, 188. Yes. Okay, so shoot about 2 teaspoons baking powder, which again, see, here's another thing. Again, with the baking powder that I'm using, not super duper trusting it, but it's still the baking powder I have on hand. So if these muffins don't end up having a happy little muffin top, it'll be a little sad, but that's the way it goes. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Or rather, the way the muffin mixes. It's just how things have to be, I suppose. So let's see, 1/8 of a teaspoon, 0.6 grams, and we need 2? Is that right, 2 teaspoons? So we need this times 16, 6, 0.6 times 16, 9.6. That's the exact same amount that I used last time, wasn't it? Pretty sure that's the case. Yeah, one of the comments talked about lowering the amount of baking baking powder that they use in the recipe. Something to do with muffin recipes typically having a different ratio of flour to baking soda, or baking powder. However, that was the only one that mentioned that, and I'm not 100% sure whether or not I want to alter such a key ingredient based on one person's recommendation. Plus, I looked it up, and it was like, oh, so is this a thing? And it's like, yeah, every cup of flour, 1 to 2 teaspoons of baking soda, baking powder. Good Lord, why can't I just say the right thing? And this seems about right, so why change it? I don't know. All right, so flour, salt, 1/2 teaspoon. Which numbers? Teaspoon, so 3 grams. 3 grams of that. That is too much. Close enough. All right. What else we got here? No, okay, so the spices. This part's actually kind of interesting because here's what's funny. The recipe doesn't have cinnamon in it. Like, it's got cinnamon in the topping, but no cinnamon in the actual, like, muffin mix, which is like a bunch of people commented, why? Why is that the specific decision and choice on behalf of the person who made this recipe? So, a bunch of people are like, yeah, add some cinnamon to that. Just do it. So we're gonna. Also, interestingly enough, some of the people who said they added cinnamon were like, yeah, it still didn't taste like anything. And I'm like, oh, well, that fills me with confidence. However, I'm pretty sure, or at least fingers crossed, that the addition of the extra sugar and the vanilla should help that. Fingers crossed. Here's hoping, at least. What did I put? There we go. Over here. I need to continually wipe my spoon with so I don't cross-contaminate my various spices. Yeah, but since there was no actual cinnamon in this part of the recipe initially, deciding how much to put in was kind of like, I don't know, just kind of up to your own interpretation. So I'm going to put in a whole teaspoon. So other people be like, put in 2. Some people like, put in half. And I'm like, half seems like not enough. 2 seems like maybe too much. I don't know. So we're going to split the difference maybe. Go with just 1. See what that does for us. I'm sure it'll be fine. There you go. Cinnamon, Okay, so that should, in theory, be all for the dry ingredients. Just give them a little whisk together. There you go. Find my tiny whisk. Tiny whisk? Tiny whisk, where are you at? Where are you hiding? Where? Seriously, where is it? Ooh, oh no, there it is. Found him. Tiny whisk is safe. Nobody panic. Whisk that all together. Hey look, it's a dry, floury mixture. Isn't that great? Wonderful. Fantastic. Alright, so, next up we got the sugars, egg beaten, cup of milk, vegetable oil. Okay, so, one of the things too, it was like, oh, the original recipe called for melted butter instead of oil. And a bunch of people were like, panicking? Why are you panicking? Am I panicking? I'm panicking a little bit. How are you? How's it going? Are you currently in the process of the herring, or has it finished? Because you said it wasn't going to take long, but I feel like 15 minutes is still like a very short amount of time. Yeah, if you can tell I'm panicking, then that's impressive. You know me better than I know myself, if that's the case. Okay, so we got our egg. I said don't. Okay. So see, you'll notice. You'll know, you and everyone else who is viewing now and or has ever viewed in the past, that whenever I say don't panic, it means that I am, on some level, in some way, panicking a little bit myself. So, yeah, that's a thing. Okay, so sugar and oil. Let's add the oil first, I guess. Actually, hold on. Thoughts. Because again, all right. So just to give you an example, did I drop frames? I might have. Hold on, let me see here. Shoot about doop doop doo. Where does it say? Does it say somewhere? I thought it said somewhere. Oh, there we go. Drop frames 158, 0.5%. So not that many of them, I guess. It seems like connection seems pretty stable at the moment. Thankfully, which is, small blessings. But okay, so the actual instructions for this recipe say mix flour, sugar, baking powder, salt, nutmeg, and allspice. Which is like, okay, it's a little peculiar. Add egg, milk, and butter. And then it says stir into dry ingredients until moistened. Now, I don't know what language they're trying to say, but I think what they meant was combine the eggs, milk, and butter, and then add the dry ingredients to that. But if you say add egg, milk, and butter after you say mix flour, sugar, baking powder, salt, nutmeg, and allspice, then that to me says add it to that. It's freezing/loading for you. Huh. That's peculiar. Yeah, I haven't dropped any other frames so far. It looks like we're at a solid 27 to 3,400 kilobytes per second over here. So, I don't know. Maybe refresh the stream? I don't know. I'm sorry that you can't, that I'm being all stuttery for you. I apologize profusely. I'm a slave to technology, as are we all. Yeah, so I think if I were to just, let's see. Yeah, so the eggs, the milk, and the butter would all go into this anyway. So why don't I just add the milk, then add the oil, good old third of a cup of oil. Find out. Excellent. Sounds about right. Which part? The recipe part? Or my analysis of the recipe? Where's the third? There's a third cup. Let's just pour that in there. Also, just I'm not 1,000% sure if there's a huge difference between vegetable oil and canola oil. I feel like there's not, and we don't have vegetable oil. So I'm using canola oil, and again, if it turns out shit, that's just the way it goes. I promise I will not subject you to subpar muffins. if subpar is how they end up, which again, entirely possible based on how things are going right now. Well, we'll see. We'll see. All right, so we got the milk. We got the that's right, vanilla. Since this there's an addition of vanilla in this recipe now. Okay, so we got 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Hopefully to make it less bland. Yeah, my general thought process is add vanilla, add sugar, add spices, remove blandness. What could possibly go wrong? My nephew changed his name. Did he now? What did he change it to? Alright, hold on. Vanilla, oil, milk, egg. Good. Okay, so we need half a cup of half a cup of white sugar, 1/4 cup light brown sugar. It's now skeleton? He's fine. The thing I find most amusing about your nephew is his enunciation of words. I can never understand him. He's so hard to understand sometimes. Half a cup, that's 100 grams, right? Yes. Yes. It froze again? I gotta say that's on you. I have dropped no more frames, so I don't know what to tell ya. It ain't me. It ain't me. I ain't no dropping frames. It ain't me. 99, 100? 100, give me 100. 100, maybe? Yes, no, maybe? Hey, 101, that's higher. So you know what? We'll go with it. Oh, gotta get started on my hair, so don't know if, okay, well, have fun. Make the hair go good. I look forward to seeing it later. Enjoy yourself. Thank you for dropping by and chatting with me. Being the first person to say things during this particular stream. Alright, so we need 1/4 cup of light brown sugar. This is another thing that was not in the original. And like, this is another thing that's kind of like up to variance. Some people were like 2 tablespoons, but like 1/4 cup is 4. So I figure more sugar is usually good, right? Who doesn't like more sugar in their stuff? 200. Wait, what? Really? No. Oh, okay. So 220. So 110. 55. 55, right? 55. 55 grams ish, give or take. Did I already dump it in? Am I a crazy man? I must have dumped it in when I wasn't even paying attention. Oh my gosh. I was so distracted. 50. Oh, can't in there. Yeah? Yeah? Hello, Witty. How are you?
Good.
That's got, come on. Okay, 57. You know what? I'm actually being very not as exact with the measurements this time around. You know why? Because the recipe itself is already a bunch of bullshit.
Aww.
As indicated by a bunch of people's comments. So, hopefully, we'll get it to be slightly less bullshit by the time it's all done.
Hopefully it'll be amazing.
Hopefully, amazing's a bit of a stretch, I would say. If anything, see, like, here's what's interesting.
Why are you making this if it's so bullshit?
Because, again, and I mentioned this at the beginning of the stream, both of the recipes I did this week were done...
No, I mean, why are you making cinnamon cupcakes?
Because we have the ingredients for it.
Oh.
That is the reason that I chose both of the things this week. Because there were things that I did not have to buy more things for, because budget's a little tight towards the end of the month. So I was like, oh, let's make things that I don't have to buy new things for. And that is what we have. And then I said, oh crap, this recipe has a bunch of people complaining that it didn't turn out well. That's not super great. Well, thank you for your help. Da-na-na-na. Moisten this up if you do. Scrape the sides.
Hopefully you have more budget because I gave you the utilities.
Yes, that did help. Yes. Budgeting out the utilities every month, I always like go for a larger amount than it ends up usually being, even though there have been some months that it's actually been higher, like in the months that it's like
record-breaking,
super, crazy. However, fortunately, most months are not like that.
The electrical bill is rather high because we are hitting triple-digit temperatures regularly, and we are under a heat bowl.
Oh my god! What's a heat bowl?
Some weather thing where the heat basically gets trapped.
Oh.
And that's why it was 105 for days.
All right. So, what do you think about this batter? Does this look like batter?
That does look like batter.
Looks like batter. It looks, and this is with double the amount of milk that the recipe calls for.
Yeah, that's why it looks a little watery.
Yeah, but I mean,
but
again,
it's not too watery for batter.
The normal recipe is again allegedly a little bit dry. So, and by a little bit dry, maybe more than a little. I don't know. Again, I haven't made I did not want to make a failure batch right off the bat.
Are you gonna put in chocolate chips?
I don't know. I could. I don't know how much chocolate chips to put in, to be honest.
A handful?
Some quantity.
Chocolate, man.
Could just put in the remaining cup of chocolate chips.
You have the good old grand old time.
Oh man, I'm gonna have the grandest, most old of times ever.
I'm gonna write some peril.
To write some peril.
No, I think the thing I was talking with you is gonna work well. I think it's gonna highlight some interesting things.
I agree. I think it sounds pretty neat and rad.
It's better than just no stakes bullshit.
No stakes bullshit?
Which I want to write.
You want to write no stakes bullshit?
I am in the habit of writing things that have no stakes.
I don't know. Like my writing style, I don't know how anyone would describe my writing style, to be honest. Aside from not detailed enough, probably.
You have good dialogue. I like your character banter.
That is one thing that I can kind of do, is write
amazing character banter.
You use the word amazing. I'm glad you would describe it that way. I don't know. I guess I'm self-conscious about.
Hey, I'm self-conscious too.
Okay, so all right. Another thing. I'm not even going to attempt to make these exactly. That's on screen. Okay, cool. I'm not even going to attempt to make these all the exact same amount because that was another thing. The original recipe, which granted, this will make more than the original recipe, because I added more liquid, but the original recipe was like, yeah, they don't make 12 like you say they do. They make maybe 10, more like 8, depends on the size of the cupcake. So I'm just gonna, fill these 2/3 of the way, or at least try to fill them 2/3 of the way, and then stop. Does that look 2/3 yet?
Yeah.
All right, and trying not to drip all over the place. There we go. And then just, whoa! Keep doing that until we run out of batter. At which point, what was that I said about dripping all over the place? Yeah.
It's cupcakes. It's
no,
inevitable.
they're muffins, which are basically cupcakes when you think about it. The addition of extra sugar.
They're uniced.
Oh, these ones are going to be iced with something. The original recipe for this, the only cinnamon that was incorporated into it was the cinnamon sugar topping.
What? Why? That's so
I don't
dumb.
know. A bunch of people were like, did I miss something? Like, why is there no cinnamon in the muffin itself? These are cinnamon muffins. And I'm like, I agree, so I added cinnamon.
Good.
And I reduced the amount of allspice and nutmeg because...
There's nothing wrong with cinnamon.
Here's what's funny, though, is a lot of them were like, so I added cinnamon, and they still tasted bland. And it's like, great. But I added cinnamon, sugar, and vanilla, so hopefully they will not taste bland.
Yeah, that's kind of the magic combo
right?
there.
Not just sugar, brown sugar. So, yeah, I think the oil and the added milk is supposed to prevent the dryness, and...
Should have just taken a good cupcake muffin recipe and added cinnamon to it.
Maybe. But, I mean, again, Mistakes have been made from time to time, and mistakes might have been made this time. Who knows?
We'll find out soon.
We will shortly. One might even say, "All right." Hey, look, we're gonna have 12. That's great.
You did it.
It's almost like here. All right, I'm gonna say it right now. This is my headcanon for how this recipe turned out the way it is. You want to hear it? Okay, my headcanon for the reason this recipe is the way that it is that somebody out there who is not like me and does not meticulously measure things decided to themselves, I'm gonna submit a recipe.
Put more
I can't put more in. I was thinking that. Like, I'm gonna submit a recipe to this site, and I'm gonna write down all the things that I do and all the quantities that I do, even though I never measure anything and I just kind of eyeball it every single time. These are what I think it is, and so I think that the measurements are wrong because the person who made the recipe doesn't actually use right measurements.
See if it's bland.
See what the taste is like. What are your thoughts?
Tastes very nice and cinnamony.
Okay.
It tastes like a cinnamon roll.
Oh, hey. All right. So that's good.
Like it tastes like a liquid cinnamon roll.
Here's what's crazy is that, and granted, some people said this for just the normal standard recipe too. They're like, oh man, these muffins are amazing. They taste great, so on and so forth, etc. And there are other people who are like, these muffins, I made them exactly as the recipe says. They were bland and terrible and disgusting. And then there are some who are like, I made these, I did some tweaks, and they were amazing. So I'm hoping with the tweaks they will taste good. So we're going to pop these in. I'm going to check them after 10 minutes. The thing says bake them at 400 for 20. You clearly like the batter.
What?
Winnie is spooning up the batter into her mouth.
I hope you didn't eat it.
No, not at all. I'm going to take this napkin and kind of...
Because it's gone now.
Yeah, it sure
You
is.
wanna try some?
Nah, I'm good. Don't you worry. In fact, I may have you be the one who tries these once they're done because I'm not 1,000% sure that I'm not.
But yeah, who knows whether it's just like
fastings.
poor expectations for these people or.
The thing is, I feel like there's enough negative comments that it's probably not just poor execution on the part of the people trying to replicate the recipe.
Well, I was saying either poor execution or poor expectations. Like they expected it to taste like,
Like God came down? What? I mean...
Yeah, I don't know.
Alright, let's, but here's the thing. Like, in theory, let's say these do turn out well, alright? In theory, they're pretty quick. Like, it is... I started at 2 o'clock, right? It's now 2:30. These things are going to be in there for 10, maybe 15 minutes. Maybe.
Shortest stream ever.
It's a pretty short stream. But then one of the things I was like, oh, I'm gonna, if these don't turn out once the first time, then I can maybe tweak it and try making them again. What I might just do is like make the chicken even if I don't end up eating it today. I can fridge it.
I could add some meat to this stream.
Yeah, Whitty's added meat. I would not mind that if you want.
Let me show you guys my meat.
Whitty's gonna whip her meat out
for
all you to see.
I tried a Korean barbecue for the first time in years, and they had a thing that. So Korean barbecues, you have a little grill right in the center, and you buy meats, and they bring the meats to you, and they're raw, and you put the meat on the grill, and you cook it, and it's fun social activity. So I saw this thing. It was $5. It was like Cajun shrimp. I said I could do shrimp, and for $5 I expected like a tiny little like piles of little, shrimps, circles. Instead I got like 10 of these guys.
Look at these big boys.
Yeah.
Cookie. There's a lot of crayfish.
Those are their prawns. So
They've got all their little feelers.
I know.
Can't say that I'm a fan of that myself.
Oh man, the feelers, they used to be much longer, but they like break off and curl up on the grill.
That's so great.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you.
It's fun to try and take these things apart and eat them. In fact, I'm gonna go do that. And then I'm gonna feed like the heads and stuff to the dogs.
To the dogs.
I'm not. Okay, I don't know if you guys have ever eaten prawns, but when you break their heads off, all this liquid comes out, and I'm not brave enough, man, to eat the heads.
Maybe someday.
Maybe.
Today is not that day.
Today is not that day.
I don't blame you. That day will probably never come for me. Oh, by the way, so for those of you who were here on Friday, here's what remains from the chocolate chip caramel cake.
So what happened to the other half of that?
What do you mean the other half of it?
There was only half of it when I came out to look at it.
I ate it.
Oh, you ate half
I ate
of the cake
almost
in one
half
sitting?
the cake. Yes.
Oh, okay. I don't
Right.
feel so bad about taking it.
Right? Yeah, and I've
Can I have
I've literally had half the cake now. You can, like, if you want, you can have the rest because that'll be splitting it half and half because I had 3/8 of it the first night, and then I had another 1/8 of it yesterday after I came back from helping my friend move his stuff. So, yeah, you could the rest can be yours if you want. Do not worry at all. It's fine. But yeah, it I mean I don't dislike it. I do think structurally I wish it had turned out slightly different, and hoping that if I were to make it again with super fresh baking powder, maybe that would be a thing. But
Okay, I don't want these right now.
yeah,
Well,
so long, meat.
I don't know if I want them ever. I might just feed them all to the dogs. I don't like pulling apart prawns is a pain in the ass.
Yeah,
Like
agreed.
I feel like it's one of the most pain in the ass sea fishes to pull apart, because at least with crabs, you have a long leg and you crack open the leg and there's meat. Whereas with prawns, you have like the shit tube and you have the head and you have the legs all just crunched there.
Here's the thing. I've said this before in regards to chicken wings, but the same goes for this, like crab, lobster, shrimp. I'm not a fan of any obstacles that get in the way of me consuming my food. If it is on my plate, I want to be able to put it into my mouth, and I don't want there to be anything stopping me. So, yeah. That's why I like boneless wings. That's why I'm not a huge fan of crab. Like, it's just, I mean, if it's in sushi, that's great because they've already done the work for me. But, I was actually surprised that you like this as much as you did, because didn't you say that you're not a fan of caramel, mostly, typically? Or is that just Fix?
I'm not a fan. This doesn't have a strong caramel taste.
Interesting. I wonder if that's because a lot of the sugar ended up getting, or the corn syrup ended up getting futzed away.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but it's not bad.
Such as life. I kind of likened it to like almost cookie-like, especially along the edges where it's harder.
It does. It tastes like a cookie. A big old cookie.
4 minutes and 40 seconds. I thought it was weird how all the chocolate chips sunk to the bottom. Like, that's the part that kind of confuses me the most. Like, I can and maybe it's a related problem. Like, I can understand why the cake might not have rose the way it was supposed to, because the leavening agent didn't do its job because it wasn't, brand new. And this was weird. Like, okay, so this one says best if used by October 2022. But then again, I wonder if that means if it's been sealed the whole time. Like, maybe after you open it, it's got like a very limited shelf life or something.
You should look it up.
It also says shake can before using.
What?
Why?
Maybe stuff sifts to the bottom.
Maybe that was my whole problem. Because I don't think I've ever shaken this can.
No.
Whoopsie! Well, shaking it now. Maybe the next thing I make will turn out well. Yeah. Oh, you know what I should do now? Actually, yeah, I'll do it now. Hold on. This one's empty? Yes, it is. All right, so I'm going to see one. There's another thing. Someone complained this isn't nowhere near enough cinnamon sugar for the top of all these muffins. But if we need to make more, I'll make more. It's fine. Okay, so we need a tablespoon of granulated sugar, tablespoon of light brown sugar, which would be 4.2 and 4.6 grams respectively.
Alright, you have a grand old time.
Boop, boop.
I love you.
I love you. I think you're amazing.
You can go eat this and then spiral into a carnivore.
So, please don't spiral. Spiraling's not good.
That'll be fine.
Is it 4.2 and 4.6? Yes. 6 for brown, 2 for normal. Okay. Give it a bip. Give it a bip. Hip do do do. Hip the do. Give it a bow. Shooba. Whoa, whoa, hey, ho. Yeah, this is probably going to be nowhere near enough. So close. Call this half a tablespoon? Oh, wait, no, that's teaspoon. Oh, my God, of course. Silly me. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, so 12 and a half and 13.8. Okay, geez. 12 and a half. There you go. Put you in there. That's better. Actually looks almost like an amount. There we go. 12 and a half. 13.8. Let's tear. Whoop. So dump you there. Dump you. 13. 13. We're getting there. Oh. 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 There we go. All right. Okay, we're at. And how much cinnamon again? Half a teaspoon. Okay. Dump you. Clap. There you go. Where did I? It's right here. Okay. Half of a teaspoon. Oh, cinnamon. And we got a minute before we check on the dibbly-doo. Half teaspoon. No, you're half a tablespoon. Good Lord. There we go. Half a teaspoon. Plap you. Plap that. Plap you there. Thank you very much. Where'd my... There we go. I'm like, where did... I know I had my tiny whisk moments ago. Can't have gone far. And it sure did not. Alright, so you were fapping with flour. Give you a little once over. 30 seconds? Oh my gosh. Haven't even melted the butter yet. Oh my gosh. Let me grab the toothpicks. There we go. Toothpick. Thank you. And the pot holders. Light on, light off. On with the light. Alright. Hey! Whoa, okay. Well, alright, so they're starting to look like something. Let me just... Oh, stick you in there. Pull you out. You are not done yet. Alright, we're putting you in for some more. Yeah, this... Okay, so... Fun fact, this is not what you want to come out of the muffins if they're done. This is not... Will it focus? Probably not. Not going to focus, are you? Having that problem Fix always has. Almost focused for a second there. Just keep on, no? Yes? Anyway, so as you can probably clearly see that this has, you know, actual batter still stuck to it. So it's not done. We're going to leave it in for another 5. They definitely look like muffin-y shapes, though. So that fills me with a little bit of confidence. Let's take some butter and melt it, shall we? So another thing about this particular recipe is that the amount of butter that it said to use was kind of a bunch. It said to use 1/4 of a cup, and some people were like, "Yeah, that's too much butter." So I'm gonna use slightly less, probably like 1 tablespoon less, just in case. Don't want to have way too little. Shoot a bell. There we go. All right. Take you and melt you away. Oh God, no! Don't fall. No falling. Falling is not allowed. No, no. I will say that was probably some of the most. And we're melted. Okay. That was some of, well, mostly melted. Some of the most not done batter that I've seen come out of my oven so far. But again, it was in for a short amount of time compared to what the recipe said to actually do, and we did add a lot more moisture into the batter. So fingers crossed it'll end up being all right. So let me kind of crush you down a little bit more. Would probably be enough for 12 muffins, right? Right? Alright, sure, why not? Smells more like brown sugar than it does like cinnamon, I'll say that. Alright, and now we just kind of wait. Alright, so speaking of drop frames, it kind of looks like we're dropping them now. Oh, we're dropping a lot. We're dropping, so every frame is dropped now. Oh my gosh, what is happening? Connect better. Connect more betterer. What is going on? Why has the internet stopped being good to me? That's a little bit upsetting. I gotta can't let. Oh, are we back? We seem to be back now. Okay, so 2% of frames drop. Oh nope, there it goes again. Nope. Okay, it's going back and forth. To whoever's watching out there, I'm sorry. Technical difficulties being what they are. What is it about today? Today is just weird. Not the biggest fan of today. Perhaps today will improve. Fingers crossed there. Got what, less than a minute? 48 seconds. Check it again. Check it again, take out the stuff. Yeah, if these end up just being wonderful, delicious cinnamon cupcakes, then yeah, no complaints from me. Flour. Oh, geez, what did I do? You know what I didn't do again? Oh my gosh, I'm the worst. Wow. Once again, I completely forgot to be like, yo, Discord, guess what? Guess who's streaming now? It's me. Well, better late than never, I suppose. Now that's literally the end of the stream. Alright, oven light, you still off? You're still off. Alright, let's see how you're doing. Oh, alright, so this... Oh man, it smells good at least. Alright, so they look more like muffins. They're not super craggly on top yet, though. Let's stab it. Stab this one in the center. Then unstab it. Oh, that looks done. That looks done, my friends. So, here we have, let me just take this off to try to balance this a little bit. So look, they actually look like muffins. Check that out. Oh my gosh, they turned out to be a thing. That's amazing. Alright, so let's, I guess, try. These are probably gonna burn me if I try to touch them right now, right? Because they literally just came out of the oven. This is a thing too. Like, it doesn't say, "Oh, wait for them to cool, then do this part." It's like, no, just do it now. 20 minutes until done, or until done. The or until done part. That's the real kicker. I'm still dropping frames now again. I feel like you, Dark Rose, you cursed me. Mongoose. It's the greatest apron you've ever seen. Oh, thank you. Yes, it's one of a set of kind of two. Let me grab the other one. The other one, which I tend to wear more on Wednesdays. Why? I don't know. Reasons. So, is this now the greatest apron you've ever seen? Because, I mean, it's pretty compelling. I think I personally like the cat one more. I can't just wear the cat one all the time. Off with the oven light. There we go. Turn that on. Boom. All right. So, I think I can touch these a little bit, maybe? Nope, they're still pretty warm. It's pretty compelling. Oh, man. All right, okay, all right. I can do this. I can do this without hurting myself. All right, I'll say this. It no longer feels, what's the word, dry. So that's encouraging. Do we have the silicone? Here we go. So we're gonna brush the top. Well, first we're gonna get this out of the way. Gonna gently brush the top of our muffin with some butter, and then we're going to dip it into the top of the thing, and bada bing, bada boom, we got some topping for the muffin. Let me, real fast, by fast I mean probably a little bit slowly, remove the muffins from the cooling rack. Wire rack? That's probably the word we're looking for. Alright. And then slowly but surely and safely and not injuring ourselves, do it to all the other ones. Kind of like so. Doesn't have to be a lot, just a little bit. And if I do end up needing more cinnamon and or sugar, that's going to be obnoxious, but we'll burn that bridge once we get to it. Yeah, the people were definitely right. I don't think we needed nearly as much butter as the recipe called for. I probably could have gone for 2 tablespoons instead of 3. But I wanted to make sure, just to be safe. Go. Go. Yes, I would like to still acquire more rad aprons than the one that I have now, since I feel like I really don't have that many. I've only got those 2, and then the Darth Vader one, which I very infrequently wear. So I'm not 100% sure why. Kind of just like these ones more because they're weirder, right? I think I've mentioned before, I had a computer science teacher when I was in high school who had enough ties that he could wear a different one every single day of the year. And I can't remember, I think there was some sort of like, oh, give him extra credit if we ever caught him wearing the same tie twice during the school year. I didn't pay close enough attention to ever actually do that. But I don't even know whether or not he ever did wear the same tie more than once in a single school year. But I would like to have so many aprons that I can do that. I can just entire year's worth of streams, never wear the same one twice. That's living the dream. That's the dream right there. Seriously though, butter and sugar? I mean, whose idea was that? More importantly, how exactly did these not taste good beforehand with all the butter and sugar? I mean, I don't know. I think they look pretty good. At least so far. Like, taste, whatever. Like, the people on the internet are not going to taste them. I'm the one who, I could just say, oh man, yes, they're delicious, they're fantastic. Oh, but then again, if people try to make them at home, following what I've done, they would be like, Sin, you lied to us. You gave us falsehoods. The thing that you said was not the thing that was actually. How could you lead us astray so? So I will not be doing that. I will not tell a lie. I will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Here we go. And what are they talking about? This is a totally perfectly fine amount of cinnamon and sugar. Alright, there we go. See, like, look, we still have this much. Could have doused an entire 2, maybe 3 more muffins. Still hot? Not really. Excellent. Alright. Cools off relatively fast. Shoo-ba-bow. Shoo-ba-bow-bow. Alright. And here we have it. How about that? put them nice and happy together, like so. Just smush them. Smush them a little bit. Smoosh. Smoosh. A smoosh. So that our glamour shot can turn out nicely. Da-da-da-da-da. Hello, come on, come on, come on. Gotta take the money shot. Oh, look! Oh, they look so good. That's probably a better angle. Nice. Perfect. All right. Oh, Winnie! I need you. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Don't go. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Oh, there you go. Yes, come. Try them up. They look good. They don't look dry. Like they seem to have turned out visibly pretty okay.
They do look good. They're nice and warm.
Yeah, they would be.
They feel very plush.
Right? Super hoping all the things that I did will make them not terrible.
It's alright. Moment of truth.
That was a good sound.
That was super soft. Like, and see what people mean about them not having a lot of intrinsic flavor. Like, it's not super, super sweet.
And this is with extra sugar.
Yeah, I don't know what would have happened if you didn't use the extra sugar, but it's good.
Sweet.
Yeah, I mean, it's sweet enough.
Remind me, you're big on things that aren't necessarily super duper sweet anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you don't need like a buttload of sugar in order to
But
enjoy
no,
things.
touch this.
Touch
Look
it?
how soft it is.
Oh, it's pillowy. One might even say.
It's really, really good.
Nice.
Like,
okay.
this is like the best textured muffin I've had in a long time.
All right, so the added milk and or oil definitely did the job, I guess.
I think it would have been not sweet enough or flavorful enough without the cinnamon sugar on top.
Oh yeah, that was a lot of people like, this is the main source of flavor in the muffin. I'm like, yeah, I can see how that would be a thing.
But no, like the muffin components, A+.
So texturally, the muffin works.
Texturally, the muffin.
Flavor-wise, it's like it's a muffin. So.
It is a muffin.
It's a muffin, you know.
Yeah, and the sweetness on top is good. I like it.
Yay! How many should we keep? And how many can I donate to other people?
You can donate them all. I just have
Really?
a whole bunch of sweet stuff.
You did have a cake.
Yeah.
Half of a cake.
I did.
So did I. 5. Yeah. Awesome sauce.
So yeah, I think you succeeded.
Yay!
I mean, if you wanted to dump more sugar in it next time, I'm sure.
I don't even know how much. Like, I feel like I dumped as much sugar as would be
possible.
Not humanly possible, but would be reasonably allowable. I don't know. Like, I'm not sure at what point adding more sugar alters a recipe in terms of not just flavor, but like actual baking properties.
Yeah.
I know that is a thing, but I
course.
don't know, at what point that point is reached.
Yeah, definitely not dry.
Good.
Definitely good.
Sweet. That makes me happy that it generally
It's a
turned out.
pleasantly sweet muffin.
Pleasantly sweet?
Mm-hmm.
God, now I almost want to make the original version.
Just to try.
Just to see what
see
happens. Like,
how
follow
it compares.
Follow it to the letter.
Do you have time?
I mean, yes. It's not even 3 o'clock.
Yeah. You want to do it? And just make.
I don't know.
Have
Make
the
some
recipe.
terrible.
Have the recipe. Make terrible muffins.
Oh my
Feed them
God.
to the chickens.
I don't know that I do, to be honest.
I'll pay you to do this.
You'll pay me to do this. You will pay me to intentionally make bad muffins.
To compare them. Well, if you would rather just end the stream.
I don't know. Well, because here's my thought process. Fun fact, I once again neglected to post the going live notice on my Discord at 2 because I'm a dingus.
People should be following you anyway.
To be honest, I'm not sure that it would have made that much of a difference. But like, I don't know. There's not really many people watching at the moment. So I feel like maybe just cutting this one short shorter.
It was a successful.
I mean, we did a thing, and the people of the internet will be able to see it when I post it on my thing. You know, I actually did.
And they look so cute.
Right? Yeah, that's what's important. Not what they taste like, what they look like, so
And
that
honestly,
people get jealous of them
like,
when they see
if you
them.
want it, like, I feel like based on the fact that it's not horribly sweet, you could probably make some kind of like cinnamon roll-esque cream cheese topping and make them into cupcakes.
Oh,
And
man.
the intense sweetness of the frosting, I think, would balance out, like it would balance out the recipe. You know? Does that
I
make
see.
sense?
Yeah, that does. I don't know that I will, but like that's something that I might definitely have to.
Yeah,
try
you should
in the future.
keep the recipe that you
that I cobbled
that you
together.
cobbled together, because I think it's really good, and I think it could be used as a base for other muffin.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go into
Things.
the actual, let's see, recipe, properties, select all, copy, and then I'm gonna go to Messenger and I'm gonna send it to you, so you can
okay.
do whatever you want with it. In fact, messenger.com.
Yeah, because I'm not kidding when I say this is like top notch.
Peak muffin, one might say.
Yeah, peak muffin slash
What even is
cupcake.
my? Oh man, this makes me want to try it even more.
Yeah.
Which
Just
I
be
might
sure to
have
like
to do.
seal them up so they don't dry out.
Right. And in fact, I was actually probably gonna put them in a happy little green thing.
I have the other green thing if you want
I might need it.
it. But I was putting fish water in
We're gonna want to wash it out then, obviously.
it.
And let's go paste. Boop,
Thank
bop,
you.
bam. Take that. That's yours now.
Thank you.
Do with it what
Alright,
you will.
I'll bring it over.
Let me see how many fit into this. I think half of them fit into this. So the other half would presumably fit into the other one. No. I feel like half a dozen's a perfectly reasonable amount to share with other people. Bam, doo-ba-bow, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Excellent. And then there were 5. Yeah, well, that can be the box that we keep here, and this can be the box that I take away. I don't want to, not really. Probably run that through the dishwasher before taking it anywhere. But,
Oh, you don't want to put them in?
I mean, I will put them in, but like, I'm not gonna subject other people to the potentiality of fish fly.
Fish water's fine. It's clean.
It's filled with fish poop.
Clean enough to live in.
For fish?
You ever tried to
Is
keep
it clean?
fish alive? You have to be very clean water.
I guess that's true. You just let it dry, it's fine. Yay. Well, I mean, this is the part of the stream where I'd be like, let's go raid someone, but if there's literally one of you,
Yeah.
it might not be worth doing. But yeah, well, for anyone who watches this later, this was not a failure, apparently, so that's good. Feel free to, as Witty intends to do, use this basic recipe foundation for muffins of your own in the future, if you want. Yeah, I think next Wednesday is going to be the thing that Fix wants me to do, making all the dog treats.
Oh, yeah.
And then on Friday, I'm going to be making hoagies for the 4th of July bobbies that we're going to be making.
Yeah.
I might maybe also make bread for the stuffing that we'll want to make our own stuffing for the bobbies as well.
Do you want to make the bread for the stuffing?
Well, I mean, I know how to make bread. We need bread for stuffing. That's a thing we can do. Maybe? I don't know. It depends. If you think it's a good
We're
idea.
just going to dry it out and then...
I mean, I imagine it would be incredibly good bread to put in stuffing because the bread was good when we made it the one time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, probably. I might have to plan some stuff out.
For me,
this.
like, the softness of homemade bread is what gets it, what makes it special for me, and that's why I'm like, oh, we're just going to dry out the whole thing.
Oh, Shillelagh, hi. I got some bad news for you.
The stream's over.
Straight, yeah, basically. I did a bad. Well, you might have noticed. I did a bad. I didn't post the thing in the Discord. I was frazzled and running around with my head cut off.
Yeah, I was distracting him till literally the last second.
And then I had to very quickly use the facilities, and I just forgot to do it. Yeah, but you know what we did. Yeah, feel free go. You can go back in time because apparently this is a thing that exists for like ever on the internet. Yeah, we made cinnamon muffins, and they actually turned out not terribly. So yeah, here it is. It's a muffin. You missed all of the drama and the intrigue because this recipe is has some issues in its original form. This is not the recipe that appears on the internet. I have altered it as per the recommendations and suggestions of a bunch of people in the comments of that one recipe. So yeah, and it turned out better than it would have. I could, in theory, attempt to make the original recipe to see what it turns out as. Whitty claimed she would pay me to do so. At the time, there was nobody to witness the debacle that would arise from
I'm
it.
not going to pay you anymore.
And now Whitty's not going to pay me. Whitty has retracted her offer of monies. How dare she? Did notice that, yeah, I was... It's the second time I've done that. The first time I forgot that I posted it at all until after the stream was over.
So. Oh, I need to...
What?
So, my mom signed up for your stream, right?
No, I think.
And she says she has been getting emails for notifications saying that you went live.
Hasn't?
Has not.
Oh.
At all. So I need to see if it's like getting dumped into her spam.
I feel like I don't get email notifications either.
I get email notifications every single time.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I know there's like a setting to get like more notification-y when you're following someone, but yeah, Shillelagh, honest, what is your opinion? Would you want to watch me make the original recipe with no alterations to see how it turns out in comparison, or
and how valid all these whiny complaints are?
I will only do it if you wish to see it. And if you will keep me company, because otherwise I'm just like, oh god, there's nobody else here. It's like, why would I? It's like I'm done. I'll stream out into the void for as long as it takes to finish a thing, but after that, it's like, oh no, no more void streaming. So it rests on your shoulders. The world waits for your response.
Goes offline.
But this is the entire reason I bought more. Like, I did have to buy more butter because we didn't have enough butter, but it was the only thing I had to buy this week for the things that we made.
Did it ask you to brush butter on it?
Yes, I brushed butter on top and then rolled it in the top. And that is why it stuck. Only if the original recipe is a cluster. Well, that's the thing. I don't know. Like, there's a bunch of comments that are like, this turns out... Okay.
They say it turns out dry and bland.
They say it turns out bland tasting. They say it turns out dry. They say if you cook it for the amount of time it recommends to be cooked at, it turns out burnt. They say that if you try to make 12 of them with the amount of batter, they either end up super duper small or you end up with fewer normal actual muffin size muffins. So, like, these muffins turned out relatively normal size, right? And I doubled the amount of milk the recipe calls for in order to do it, to fill all 12. So... It could be a cluster.
There should be... We need to do a series of, like, the best, worst recipes with the best tweaks to make them decent.
That could be interesting. I should just go on the internet and find the lowest rated recipes and just see...
try and make them edible.
Yeah. Like, I mean... Oh, that's why I should find the worst cheesecakes and be like, okay, this is obviously wrong, this is wrong, nope, wrong. Because, I mean, I feel like at this point, I know enough about cheesecakes to probably be able to autopsy a bad cheesecake. So, I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't call myself an expert by any means because I haven't done all the experiment because cream cheese is expensive as shit. So, I haven't done that whole, let's change one ingredient across like 3 or 4 different batches and see what they turn out to be by altering how much cream cheese.
Can you do it in an hour?
I mean, I imagine so. Probably, yeah. Don't see why not.
It's up to you.
All right, we're doing it. We're doing it live. It's happening. Guess what? Secret bonus extra content.
More time for Rose to get your hair did.
Oh yeah, because it's definitely not going to be done in just 1 hour.
No.
All
I
right.
told you, like, when I get my hair, I get balayage and I get highlights.
I don't know what that means.
Balayage is a fade of color.
Okay.
And then highlights is streaks of color, so I get both.
Okay.
And when I have that, my hair takes at least 5 hours.
Oh my god.
If not more.
Holy mackerel. That's kind of a long time.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Like, she just books out the entire day for me. And I pay hundreds of dollars.
I see. Yeah,
Which she deserves.
A fair amount of money. Alright, so now I'm gonna wash this boy out.
Oh, big stream.
What? What screen?
Shillelagh's putting the stream on the big screen.
Awesome! Because you like watching train wrecks in high def?
Yeah. Alright, you have fun mutilating these
Oh man, I
cupcakes.
so will. It's gonna be amazing. By it's gonna be amazing, I mean it's probably gonna be a disaster. It's gonna be a disaster. Oh, alright, so, check it out. Alright. That's what we're gonna do. If we're gonna make this a disaster, we're gonna make it a disaster right? Okay, so. I'm gonna weigh this bowl, see how heavy this bowl is, and I am going to separate out the batter into 12 portions just to make sure that it is accurate to the recipe. Because it makes 12 muffins, right? That's the thing. Oh, hey, it's 310. I can technically make the chicken that I've got simmering in its own salt. All right. All right, so this... It's not a train wreck if it's not as big as a train. That's you got me there. All right, so this weighs 296. Gonna write that down. 296 grams. All right. Here's the thing. I'm just glad that the ones that I made first with the tweaks did turn out as an edible thing. That, like, if nobody else would, you'll definitely eat them. So that's good. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to, okay, see the recipe on the screen? Ignore that recipe. That recipe does not exist. In fact, hold on, just a second. That recipe does not exist. It's not here. We have a new, improved, better recipe. And by better, I mean crappier. And it's gonna, it's so good. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to wait for it to reload is what we're going to do. There we go. Okay, cinnamon muffins. So we're going to get a cup and a half of flour, which, to be fair, is the same amount of flour that the normal recipe uses. Where does it live? Oh, here we go. Here's the thing. Okay, just make sure we got all the other stuff out of that. All right. So a cup and a half. I did math on this. How much was that? 100 and... Oh my god, why? Okay, 125 times 1.5 was 188, right? 188, But you just get, oh god, don't crush that. Okay. We're fine, okay, alright, here we go. 188 grams of white powder. Delicious white powder. 100, Oh, so close. So close. Every single time. We almost get there and then we just overshoot it by a little bit. Just a little bit. 89. 88. Boom. We did it. Okay, so. Flour. Boom. Oh god. Thank god I put the lid back on the vanilla. Okay, so. Flour. Okay, so mix flour. Give me all the directions. Flour. Sugar. Baking powder, salt, nutmeg, and allspice. So I got the flour, the sugar. We need half of a cup of sugar, which is 100 grams, you will remember. 188 grams of cocaine. How much would that cost you in market prices? Street market, I guess. 100 grams. 100 grams. 100 grams. Are we there yet? Almost. Why am I being so risky? I'm just measuring this into the exact same bowl. It's almost like I want this to fail or something. 99. That's got to be 100, right? 100! Hey, we did it! We're awesome. Alright, so 1/2 teaspoon salt. Where did I put the thing, Jared? Put the thing over here. Here we go. You dry? You look dry. You're dry now. It's fine. Alright. And it's preheated. Excellent. All right, so if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's 3 grams. 3 grams of salt equals half of a teaspoon. 1, 2. Come on. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Oh, exact. Bam. All right. Get in there. Where's the baking powder? 2 teaspoons of baking powder, which I think, what was it, 9.6? 9.6, I'm relatively sure. 0.6 times 16, 9.6. All right. Where's 11? It's 11 right here. No idea, but probably like so many money. Just the most money. More money than your body has room for, probably. All right. Tear that. Tear, thank you. Dump you. Dump some more. Dump some more. Oh, that's almost perfect. That's basically it. Let's do that. All right. Oh, almost dumped it literally all over the place. Okay. All right. Next up, we have ground nutmeg and ground allspice, 1/2 teaspoon of each. Teaspoon, half teaspoon, which is double the amount that's in the other ones. But again, the other ones also don't have cinnamon in the batter. Which, if you're asking yourself, is that weird to have no cinnamon in the batter of a cinnamon muffin? You are asking the right questions. Probably I am no street smarts. What? I imagine that means I know street smarts and cool kid things. Hey, cool kid, is this you? Go. Lamb. All right, so we got. All right, so now we need. Okay, so it says add egg, milk, and butter. In theory, it means add it to this, but I think what it actually means is add them together, because the very next step is stir into dry ingredients until moistened. So, I'm not gonna just add them directly to here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add them to the bigger bowl, and then I'm gonna add this into that. But first I'm gonna give it a little bit of a whisk. Actually, I'm gonna rinse this, and then I'm gonna give it a little bit of a whisk. Because Butter from the thing has found its way. Go mix that up. Do. Hello, fellow cool kid. Yeah, why no cinnamon? What? Why? Let me see here. Where's the one? Am I missing something here? Why is there no cinnamon in the main recipe? This is a cinnamon muffin. To sprinkle or dip the top in cinnamon sugar is not enough to give the muffin mix a distinct flavor profile. Yep, you're right. Oh, some of these have replies. Many people like them as is, but others added cinnamon to batter. It's like this is more of a spice muffin than a cinnamon muffin. It's like, yeah, kind of a little bit. All right, so we got that there. Where did I put the? It's right over there. Okay, so, all right, so the first major change, like super major, like not adding brown extra sugar. Well, sure, all right, whatever. Not adding cinnamon, sure, whatever, fine, whatever, cool, yeah. Having the amount of milk, and then having butter instead of. In fact, hold on. How much even is 1/3 of a cup of butter? See, hold on. 113. If 113 is half, hold on. Let's do some math real quick. I might not have to cut a new thing. So, if 113. Actually, hold on. 14 times 8. That's going to be 12. Okay, sure. Why not? 113 divided by. Wait, no. Times 2 divided by 3. 75-ish, say 75-ish grams. Now, how much do you weigh? You weigh, oh, come on. Nowhere near enough. Okay, so we definitely need more butter. Yeah, let's go for 75-ish grams in order to get 1/3 of a cup of melted butter into our batter. Let me... Oh, wait, we need the egg. We need the egg and we need to beat it. Just beat it. Just beat it. Woo! Alright, so we got our egg. It hurts no one to add more cinnamon. Hashtag add cinnamon to save a life. Where did I go wrong? I lost a friend somewhere alone in the bitterness, and I stayed up with you all night. Now you know how to save a life. Where did I put the thing with the mixie and the doodad? I had it here, didn't I? Am I crazy? Oh, it's right here. All right. Soap you off real fast. As you can see, I did not anticipate making the second batch. Oh, man. Once again, Shillelagh, I would like to say thank you for more or less saving the stream. It's beaten enough? Yeah, it's beaten. Alright, cool. Get off, you stringy piece of stringy string. Let's get off! Thank you. The milk. Alright, so half of a cup instead of a full cup. Lap. There we go. What are you laughing at? What's so funny? The fact that I think you saved the stream? Absolutely not. It's 100% true. Mix that a little bit together. There we go. Stay there. Okay, so now we need, what did I say, 75? 75 1/3 grams. So I did in fact almost miss the stream ending entirely, so there's that. Here's a question. If I'd have not spaced posting it on the Discord, do you think that you would have actually been able to show up at 2? Or 1, whatever time it is where you are? On time for me? Because if so, that makes me feel real bad. Real bad inside. Have you missed the glorious intro beginning parts of the stream? Alright. You know what? Here's what we'll do. Here's what we'll do. We will dump this into here. Dump. Thank you. And dump the butter also into there. There we go. There we go. Then butter, go away. Go away, butter. And then we'll put the additional butter into this. Turn you on. Rest you there. Are you going to stay? You're going to stay. Excellent. Okay. Let's do some math, shall we? Everyone's favorite thing to do. So if we need 70, let's just, round it to 75. We've got 41, and each tablespoon is 14-ish. So then that would be 55, 69, so slightly over 2 more tablespoons, right? Let's give it a shot. Give it a shot, see what happens. Hey, Mom! Oh, Mom, don't worry. You're not late so much as I mean, granted, I told you the right time ahead of time. But, yeah, I completely forgot to post that I was going live on the Discord, and it's been a little quiet around here. Just a little quiet. But Shillelagh's here, which is great. I actually did manage to forget it was Friday between the original announcement and the stream link, so maybe. I see. Well, I mean, as long as you weren't in the middle of doing something else, I see it as a feasible thing that you could have been able to show up on time if I'd have done my job right. So I don't blame you at all. Let's see. Do you weigh anything? You don't weigh anything. Okay, so this is 74. Oh man, it's so close. So close. We're gonna go with it. It's fine. All right, so we're gonna add this to the rest of the liquids. Gonna try to maybe sort of in a way keep an eye on it. Real quick. I'll give you a recap in just a second, Ma. Don't worry. It's been an adventure, I'll say that much. All melted? Mostly melted? Probably mostly melted. Steaming, I mean, there's that. Alright, so, anyway, so, Mom, since you always ask, we are making cinnamon muffins. This is the second batch, and I will show you the first batch momentarily, after I verify that this is indeed melted. It is all melted. Alright, so we got a 1/3 cup butter right here. Okay. Excellent, and this is probably, yeah, this will be just a little bit more than enough, but like enough to do our 4th cup of butter that we need for the topping. Anyway, so, point is, let's see. I did in fact stay up until 10 a.m. playing Dream Daddy. So I was actually sleeping, but I did wake up at 4 with the vague impression that I was missing something. I see. Interesting sleep schedule. Not gonna judge. Waking up at 4 is impressive, though, I will say. But yeah, so we're making cinnamon muffins. We made a batch of cinnamon muffins earlier. That was based on the recipe. In fact, I can show you since you just showed up. So this is the recipe that we used earlier. It is the recipe that I found on the internet with a bunch of tweaks to it. Now I'm making the recipe that I found on the internet with 0 tweaks to it and seeing what happens because, oh boy, there were some not great critiques about the original recipe. Whitty has tried the actual batch that I finished up, which, here we go. This is one of them. They look like a muffin, a mini muffin, to be fair, but I mean, they look like a muffin. She says they taste all right. Like, I have no complaints about them. However, the original recipe does not leave me with the same degree of confidence. And since Shillelagh showed up, and it was requested, we're gonna attempt to. Oh, come to one short, really. Before that, I woke up at 2 with a vague. Oh no, okay. Oh, before that, I woke up at 2 with a vague impression I was missing something. Currently in the process of chasing my bedtime around the clock until it gets back to normal time. Ah, I see. Because of the jet lag, right? Because you're way on the. How many hours difference is it between East Coast and Alaska, anyway? Because that is a thing I don't know the answer to. I'm wrenching slightly. Like these, I'm just. I'm a little worried that these are gonna just not even just be bad, be like potentially inedible. Because again, there were multiple comments that were like, yeah, the main recipe by itself finishes way faster than the 20 minutes it says to bake them for. So if I start to smell burning, should I take them out? Should I be like, oh, this is not good? I feel like the safe and smart thing to do would be, yeah, not. But you never know. Get on screen. There we go. 4 hours difference. So that's not so bad. All right, moisten all this. Oh wow, yeah. Okay, so this is now much thicker, much thicker of a batter than the other one was, for sure. All right. No problems. See, the kicker was that staying up. Wait, what? Staying up for 32 hours to support my brother while he ran a lot? Was he running for 32 hours? I don't quite understand. Also, I don't quite understand why I've got so many drop frames today. Now it's at 7.3. Like, it was at like 0.5%. And then, all of a sudden, it just started, you know, giving me problems all over the place. Alright, so let me see what this... Hold on, zero that out. How much batter do we actually have? We have... Let's open up calculator, clear that. Alright, so we got 846 grams minus the weight of the bowl, which is 296, right? It's a 9, I think that's a 9. Alright, 296. So 550 grams divided by 12, so that's 45.8 each. So 45 grams of batter-ish each. What's it gonna look like, I wonder? I guess we're about to find out. By ran a lot, I mean ran for 15 hours, and then my flight back was at about 1:30 a.m. East Coast time. I'm still not sure I understand the meaning of the word ran as they're using it here. Alright, so here's the batter. Look at how thick that is. That's a thick batter. Okay, wow, I can actually use more than that in the thing. That's comforting. Maybe these won't end up quite as small. Well, maybe they will. They probably will. 45. Hey, we did it. Alright, so that's one. This is seriously, like... The consistency of this versus the first batch is very, very noticeable. Like, the difference here. 46. Good enough. If it's up by 1, who cares? Oh, get there. It's up by multiples. There we go. Perfect. I mean, ran like with his... Wait, what? Hold on. The other hours involved a 5-hour drive both ways and a 1-hour brief before the race. And the sun not setting, which... Okay. I mean, ran like with his legs. He went like 62 miles down a highway in nowhere, Alaska. What exactly was this run for? Is this like a charity run? Like, what's happening? That's a lot of miles to run. That's like over double marathon, right? A marathon's 25 miles, right? Am I wrong about that? Pretty sure. Oh. Nope, nope. Five, boop. 46, boop. Alright. To the back half of this crap. Like, look, okay, it looks dry to me right now. Like, this does not look like a batter that's meant to be baked. This looks like a batter this looks like oatmeal, if you ask me. I mean, I'm no expert, but it's got a vaguely oatmeal-like consistency. We drive the support vehicle 3 to 5 miles ahead and wait for him to see if he needed anything. So we also did not sleep. We being me. So wait, hold on. So how many hours was this run? Exactly? And again, why? I'm very confused as to the logistics and nature and rationale of this activity that took place. I must know. Also, Mom, you've been very quiet. What are you up to? What's going on over there? Speak now or forever hold your peace. Before you know it. Okay, there we go. Yes, 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 no, yes, come on. There we go, perfect. All right. No charity, just for fun. 15 hours of running. He won a t-shirt and a belt buckle. Okay. 15 hours of running, no stopping whatsoever? 0 stopping? Can't stop, won't stop. Oh, jeez. Come on. There you go. 3. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. I have a feeling that we're not going to have, again, and I did the math. I don't know how this would work out. How we would end up with fewer than 12. I did the math ahead of time. Then again, if I keep on accidentally putting in too much like that, that might do it. Come on, buddy. I hope it's a really cool shirt, though, because, I mean, that is a long time. Waking up making coffee. Are you not fully alive? What are you doing waking up so late? I thought you started waking up earlier. I thought you turned over a new leaf as far as wakings were concerned. Was I wrong? Was I mistaken? Okay, there you go. I think this might make 11, not 12. Like, I'm really struggling to batter it up here. Like, this is very clearly 11 and not 12. Just saying. Like, this is how much batter's left right here. Like, that's not enough for another muffin. Zero stopping. Well, he did sleep for like an hour. That's allowed during the race. He took a nap right on the ground. And after that, we drove back to his house and had pizza. Oh, that's not bad. Yeah, I imagine you might need to refuel after running that much. And that's not even walking. Like, even like walking for 15 hours would be hard enough, I feel. Running for 15 hours? Wow. Wowzers. How many calories does that burn, do you think? I reckon a lot of calories. I reckon a whole buttload of calories. A whole metric butt ton. So many calories. You know what? Maybe we can get enough out of this. If we scrape all the goop, every single goop out, we might be able to do it. Come on, goop. Be my friend. I was only one capable of driving because my dad hates coffee? What? Oh, because I'm assuming he was too tired then to drive because of the early starting, perhaps. That does seem like a long day. Would have been great to stream. 15-hour running stream. Would be pretty cool, just saying. Get another spoon to try to scrape some of this off. Get in there. It's 29. Oh my god. Alright, so one of these is going to be stunted. One of these is going to be a little bit stunted. There's nothing we can do about it. Sorry, it's just the way it works. 30. So it's 2/3 as big as it should be. Such is life. Alright, but the rest of them should be fine, I guess. Alright, so, oh my god. Alright, back to the recipe. Alright, spoon into greased or paper-lined muffin cups. Okay, we got it. Alright, bake at 400 degrees for 20 minutes or until done. Now, okay, so, to be fair, it does say 20 minutes or until done. So, should I put it in for 20 minutes? Or should I check it prior to 20 minutes? Because again, I'm pretty sure that it's going to need to be in there for less time. It's just a feeling I have. What do you think? We gotta get your habit back, Ma, before I come visit. Because you know me, I wake up super early. See, it was over 10,000 calories, closer to 15,000? Oh my god. Obviously, my brother couldn't because his legs were more tummy, I imagine, so. Yeah, your legs, I imagine, would stop working altogether after that for a little bit. Yeah, Shillelagh, what do you think? 20 minutes or not 20 minutes? Look at how well this settles into the cups. Mmm, so good. So lovely. Mmm. What's it smell like? Hold on. Let me use my nose. No, it doesn't smell like much. This whole claim of it being bland sure is seeming to shape up already. Just have Witty try this better. 20 minutes? Alright, it's happening. When you wake up, be quiet. Oh, gee, thanks, Mom. Alright, we're popping it in for 20. This train has no brakes. 10, 15, 20, which will be 4 o'clock, which is the perfect time to end the stream. Hey! By the way, Witty, if you can hear me, I've got more batter for you to try. You're probably not going to like it, but I don't know. Yeah, that would be my response too, which is silence. I'll just pop this here. Alright, let's mix up the rest of the cinnamon sugar, shall we? So first off, we need 2 tablespoons of sugar, which would be, what, 25? 25 grams? 25 grams of sugar. Just plop it right into this happy little bowl right here, I think. Yes? Possibly? Yes. 25 grams of sugar. Where's the sugar? Here, and the sugar lives right here. All gas, no brakes. The crazy train don't stop. That's good. Make sure we get all the little nubules of... Oh, there we go. 22, 23, 24, 25! Hey, perfect. All right. Now we're done with this. No more sugar for the rest of the day. And how much cinnamon are we using for this? Same amount of cinnamon, right? Half a teaspoon? Yeah, half a teaspoon. Half a teaspoon. And here's, I don't need to melt that much butter. I know it's not going to take that much. Like, it didn't take that much. I'm just going to go to waste. I'm not going to use extra butter that I know I'm not going to use, and I know I'm not going to need. That's just silly and ridiculous. And nobody can make me do it. Gosh darn it. Top? Where'd the top go? Here, the top one. There we go. Plop you in there. Good, good. Rinse you off. All right. Here we go. Whoop. Rinse it wipe a little bit. Just a little bit of a wiping. All right. Shove you in there. Tiny whisk it all together. Tiny whisk, tiny whisk, tiny whisk, tiny whisk, tiny whisk, tiny whisk, tiny, 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 so tiny, so small, so whiskey, whiskey business. All right, perfect, perfect. In theory. Not in actual practice. Alright, in fact, you know what, I'm actually going to go less, and I'm going to go for half the butter. So we're going to go 2 tablespoons instead of, where'd the knife go? There's the knife. I'm going to go 2 tablespoons instead of 4, and nobody can stop me. Gone mad with power. Just let you rest right here. Plop the butter into the thing. Just wait a little bit. Here's the thing. Once again, my sense of smell not quite as refined as other people in this house or, you know, the planet. So if it does start smelling like burning, I might not even notice it at first. How's that for safety? Okay, well, I guess now I can actually start putting some things away. Cinnamon goes there. Nutmeg goes there. Allspice goes there. Pardon me. Okay, I can put the oil away, put the vanilla away. Yeah, because again, okay, keep in mind, here's the thing. All right, so these ones here, these muffins, the ones that look good and have a good texture according to Witty and all that other stuff, they were in for 15 minutes. And they had double the milk. So these are going to turn into hockey pucks. I almost guarantee it. Kitchen organizing like some kind of pro or something. Psh, no. Me? A pro? Ha! That's silly. I mean, go under the strictest sense of the word professional, it could be accurate because I have done baking and had it produce money towards my way in the past. But I don't know that I would consider myself a professional, to be honest. I feel like a professional would be more professional than I am, as unprofessional as I am. So, that's just my thoughts. People are free to disagree and form their own opinions as they see fit. It's kind of your prerogative. You're right as a human being. Presuming you are, in fact, a human being and not an alien, in which case, you know, oh god. I suppose aliens should probably also have rights, right? Well, didn't need the rest of these anyway. Replace paper towels from before. There we go. That one's empty. So what you're saying is that these are going to turn out fantastic. No, what I'm saying is I think they're going to turn out terrible. Is what I think they're going to turn out. I mean, I'm no kitchen scientist or anything. I like to pretend to be on the internet, but yeah, I'm none too confident about how this is going to turn out. But I will say that the remainder of the cinnamon and sugar and butter from the first batch has now turned into a nice brown paste that's probably delicious. Probably. Uncertain, but probably delicious. Smells like butter, that's for sure. We have rights that they have rights. Yeah. Oh, you. So no, not fantastic. You like to eat terrible things? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Let's just take a look now that they've been in for 8 minutes, shall we? Oh man. Okay. So I mean they already look almost what I might describe as almost close to done. Oh good. Fantastic it is then. I mean if you want me to send these to you so that you can eat them, I mean that's a choice that I wouldn't personally make if it were me. But I am not you. I cannot make your choices. I can only question them and judge them harshly. And now we wait for another 12-ish, 11-ish, 12-ish minutes to see what happens. To see what the grand experiment presents to us. It's not going to be good. I almost guarantee it's not going to be good. At least I'll be able to, I've got the ones here, and I can do a side-by-side comparison. Like honestly, even the cinnamon sugar mixture doesn't look as appetizing to me. There's far less brown. I can't remember what the ratio of cinnamon to sugar is in most of the cinnamon sugar mixtures I've made in the past. And by most that I've made in the past, I mean the ones that I use in the cinnamon roll cheesecake, for example. I will make them into necklaces as blackened hockey pucks. They might not be blackened. They might be. I mean, they very well could be. I don't know yet. I'm gonna check it again after 10 just to see what's going on. Not like open it. It's gonna remain closed. Like again, like we said, there are no brakes on this train. We're going all the way to the station. This is a speed 2 bacon control. Speed 3, I guess, probably be, because there's already a speed 2. I never saw the first speed. I only saw the second speed. I'm not sure why. There was just one of those things that happened to be on one night. This is gonna be a big necklace. Hold on, let me see here. Say if it was like this much per thing, and they were strung off. I mean, it wouldn't be that big. I've been more worried about the critters that they would attract more than anything. All right, so we're now 10 minutes in. Let's take a look. Okay, so they don't look burned yet, but they also look what I would call done. So, see what happens in the next 9. I'll probably melt the butter after, like, I don't know, when there's like 1 minute left, or something like that. Well, at least we seem to have stopped dropping frames, because the percentage has gone down. So that makes me happy. Yeah, so I can send the second set of muffins to Shillelagh, and Shillelagh can turn them into a necklace and then send them to my mom, and then my mom can wear it. And I think that should be what happens. I'm all for that as an arrangement. Connecting to what are you doing, stream? Why would you disconnect from chat? That doesn't make any sense. It's still uploading. What the hell? I'm not gonna blame OBS on that one. That's okay, I'm good without the necklace. Well, if you insist. I guess someone else will have to wear it. Can also make Sculpey miniatures of the failed cakes. Like, so make them look like the things, but not actually be made of Muffin. I had a stint where I only made tiny inedible food for a hot sec. Like, fake food or real food? Like, you tried to make real food, but it all turned out tiny and not good tasting. Is that what you mean? That's what it sounds like you mean when you say that. Inedible food is some of the saddest food, I will say. Because food is meant to be eaten, yo. That's its very purpose. So oh, by the way, if anyone catches the reference in the title of the stream, brownie points to you. And if not, look it up on YouTube. I highly enjoy it myself. Five and a half minutes remain. And okay, so they're still not burned, so that's good, I guess. This will be interesting to see. Like, just watch if they end up being like so closely similar that there's like no difference that I can tell, I'm gonna be like, what the heck? I mean, flavor wise, there's bound to be a difference, and Witty will hopefully tell me what that difference is, but. Lol, brownie points because it's a baking stream. Hey, I was actually considering naming my channel points brownie points, but I've done like almost no customization of that whatsoever. So I feel like there's probably something better that I could. Because like a brownie point is, I feel like way too basic and like more people will have decided to use that as the name of their points than just me for sure. So. Although I have told people that sometimes they can earn brownie points, which can be redeemed for actual brownies. Cheesecake points? Nobody knows what a cheesecake point is. I could pioneer it though. That is a thing I could do. Stranger things have happened. The heck? The heck? I love it when I look at my notifications and there's a bunch of stuff there that's like, what is even happening? What are you talking about? What's going on? Why are so many people talking to me right now? Why am I so popular? How am I the most popular boy? Or am I not? Okay, yeah. Yeah, these will okay, these won't be burned. Probably. But they will also... Yeah, I don't know. Like, they look like they were probably done 7 minutes ago. So, I don't know. It's exciting. It's an exciting experiment. We haven't had, like, an experiment in a while. Like, I feel like the last experiment that we did was the 100 cupcakes, right? Or the almost 100 cupcakes. I know we've done some things that were, like, kind of questionable between then and now, but this is the first one that I'm like, this has the potential to be very, very, very different. So, it'd be funny if I'd have made these ones first and then made the second ones. Of course, if I made these ones first and then Woody tried them and thought they were terrible, then maybe she wouldn't even want to try the second ones. Where did okay, this is probably, this is dry by now, right? Dry-ish. Oh. Dry enough to put the other ones in, at least. What's that? Oh. The one dry. Dry. It's muffin time. Where's the other lid? When you said she had the container, did not claim to not have the lid, but I don't see it. Unless, hold on, is that one of the things in here? No, it is not. Will these fit in here? I think they almost will. They basically will. Alright, we're going to put them here instead. That'll be fine. Oh, less than 2 minutes. The muffining is almost upon us. Art thou excited? Art thou not entertained? Alright, and one of these muffins will be left out because maybe I'll eat it. Who knows? Oh, yeah, we gotta melt this. Gotta melt this boy. Melt it. It probably won't take 30 seconds to melt. Keep your eye on the microwave. There we go. Perfect. Take a look at here, oven light. Okay, so those are very brown on top. They're not black. They are not blackened, but they are very brown on top. Very, very, very brown. So brown. Can hardly contain my excitement. Oh man. Don't get too excited. Because this is what I predict will be a travesty. Where are my pot holders? Here they are. Well, here's one of them. Ah, here's the other one. Ah! 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. There we go. Oh my god. Well, I'll tell you this much. They definitely don't smell as good as the first ones did. Alright, so here they are. Like, again, they don't look terrible necessarily. Hello, Whitty.
Hello.
Welcome. Would you like to have a muffin? It'd be hard to get out.
Well, looks like you were able to make enough.
Right? They exist. That's it's more than could have happened. Right. Yeah, I was actually surprised at how much they actually did make compared to how much the thing was like, oh, you could only make 10. Couldn't make the whole amount. Yeah, so let's okay. Brush this on.
Probably people who were trying to like
And faff that.
super fill the.
Maybe. Like, yeah, these are definitely not as big coming out as the other ones were. Which, I mean, I feel like is to be expected. I don't have... Let's put this back down. Use my helper tool. There
Your
we go.
amazing utensil skills.
So you got... What?
It says your amazing utensil skills.
Yes, right? Alright, so you're going to try one of these, right? And compare?
Yeah, of course.
Alright.
Well, I'll be right back.
Alright, I'll be right here doing this. Trying not to burn my hands while I do this. Yeah, like I'm not even eating this at the moment. And even like just feeling it with my hands. As I brush the melted butter onto the top, I can tell that it is more dry than the first batch. Like, that's not a great sign. Just saying. Go. There we go. Bunch of flour right there. Go. There's a little nubbin that's coming off of this one that's looks a little burnt though. There you go, nubbin. Into the sink with you. And like, here's what's weird, is that these ones don't necessarily look terrible. But I have a feeling. Oh, there were two here. Oh man, I didn't do that. I can just put you over there. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's just fine. It's fine. Da-na-na-na. Alright, so which one of these lovely muffins?
I'll take the first one that you took out so that it's not as
That one.
warm.
The one closest to you
Mm-hmm.
is the one. The one to have. The one to eat. I don't know why I'm dusting all of these. Like, if the one isn't good, like, who's gonna eat them? I'll tell
Yeah.
you. Nobody.
the chickens, maybe, but they won't appreciate the sugar.
I could give them to an enemy of mine. Ooh. Be like, here, I baked these for you. I could give them to someone who's been wanting to taste my baked goods for a while, who I don't actually like, so that they...
There are a lot of people.
Not really. I don't think there's anybody that like, oh, I don't want to bake for this person because I hate them.
This one's
This one's
sad.
probably the driest because of its size.
Should I try this one?
I mean, you can do whatever you want. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm not your real dad, as we've already established. Here we go. All right. So here we go.
Let's try this.
Let's try this.
It's still really warm. No, don't.
So we can actually see the muffin?
I was gonna move my hands.
Oh, well, you didn't.
Ta-da!
All right,
We
here we
have
go.
a muffin.
We have a muffin. It looks like a muffin.
It is
Kind of.
definitely a muffin.
Is it definitely, texture-wise, how do you feel about it just compared to the soft pillowiness of the previous one?
Not quite as pillowy.
Uh-huh.
Definitely not as soft,
Okay.
but not horrible. Not as soft, not as sweet.
Would you describe it as bland or dry?
Yeah,
Yes,
I
both
would-
of those things.
I would in fact describe it as both of those things. But it is a muffin.
Flap.
Yeah. Here, I can dip it in
Let me do. Okay.
the sugar
Hold
butter.
on. Let me whip that up for you. There you go.
That should improve it some. Yeah. Not really.
Oh my God, sad.
Yeah. Yours is a vast improvement.
Yay.
I mean, like, compared to some of the muffins I've eaten in my time, this is not the worst muffin I've
Some
ever
of the
eaten.
muffins I ever had in my day. What are you doing?
What's that?
That's
the batter?
No, that's the other cinnamon and sugar, with the brown sugar in it as well.
What
It's
are you
more
gonna do with-
solid.
what are you gonna do with it?
I don't know. Nothing.
Okay.
Do whatever you want.
Doesn't help.
So what do you think we should do with these?
Let's
Let's do a side-by-side comparison. So this. Oh god.
Like, visually they look similar.
They do. They look
Although,
pretty similar.
I think the original recipe is a little more craggy.
Yeah, a
Like
little
it
bit.
has like cracks on the surface.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, again, I'm sure if you gave those, besides the tiny failed one, to someone, they would not hate you.
I mean, they might not hate me, but they also might not eat any of them after the first one. They might be like, "Oh, these are not great." Like again, they're not. It's not like.
It's like pizza, where, you know, even if it's 7-Eleven pizza, it's still pizza.
Like you wouldn't describe these as inedible, right?
No.
They're just not that good.
No, yeah.
So, there you have it, everyone. It's wow, they look way more similar than I would have thought. Like Yeah, they do look pretty similar. I'm honestly surprised that I was able to even get 12-ish out of them in the first place. So I mean that's an accomplishment, I suppose. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll figure out something. Maybe I'll just chuck one in with the chickens and see what happens. So, you know.
I love it.
But yeah, I guess that's gonna do it for the stream. Thanks for joining me for for part 2 of the stream, the hidden second half that no one expected or deserved, but here it is. Which helped make it a full-length stream, so I super appreciate that for that. I don't even know if I'm gonna rate someone though. Well, let's see. If there's somebody happens to be on, sure I'll rate them with who's here, whether or not either of you will stay. But just to be congenial, is that a word? Miscongeniality. That's a movie. Stream 2, the cupcaking. They're not cupcakes, they're muffins. The muffining. Oh, Chard's on. Okay. Oh, man. Can't wait for Chard to be like, oh, what'd you make? And I'll be like, you don't want to know. You don't want to know, Chard. I'm telling you right now. But yeah, that's so okay. So to repeat, what we're gonna be doing, you're Shillelagh, you're definitely gonna want to show up for what's the word, Wednesday's stream, because Wednesday's stream we're gonna be making some dog treats. Not the dog treats that Mom sent me or that I was planning on doing for that necessarily. They're a thing that Fix suggested. It's some sort of like charity related thing. I don't know. It's a little confusing. But yeah, the doggos may be featured more in that stream. So who knows? I mean, that's, something worth watching for. And then on Friday, we're going to try to make hoagies and maybe some other stuff. Maybe I'll make the bread then as well. So 2 types of bread, theoretically, question mark? 2 types of bread, maybe the cranberry sauce as well. Should I make my own mayo?
Yeah.
Make our own mayo.
Easy.
Make our own mayo with eggs from the chickens.
Yeah.
Sweet, excellent. Yeah, we could, literally everything could be made here. And then also the apple pie. Oh God.
We don't have a turkey.
We don't what?
We cannot slay a turkey.
And we're not going to slay a turkey, but we'll get turkey breast and that'll be made. We'll probably want to make. Do we want to make that the day of? Or do we want to make that a few days, like the day before or the day, or like what?
Before would probably be fine.
Okay. Cool. Anyway, yes, dog. Mini dog. And next, in about a month, I'll be making more dog-related stuff. I've got a dog-safe cheesecake recipe that I'm gonna.
I've got a dog.
You do have a dog. Look, it's a dog over there. It's a dog. Whitty has the dog. Look how cute they both are. So cute. So far away. Oh, so sad. Anyway. Yeah, so that's what's upcoming in the immediate future. I like having a plan for what I'm going to do in the immediate future, so this is actually good, as opposed to this week, which was like very experimental and like, what even? So yeah, what was I doing? We're saying? Right, rating. We're rating a thing. That's right. That's what's going to happen. So let me type that bad boy into the chat. /raid. I tried to host 2 things happened. First off, Guinea didn't actually stream the day that I hosted her, but I tried hosting and I immediately sent the thing and it turned the stream off, which I didn't anticipate because Raid allows me to click a thing to do it. All right, so CHARDMONK. There we go. All right. So So anyway, excellent. So thank you for coming. Bye, Mom. Love you in your face. Thanks for coming. Thanks for helping keep me company during the stream and giving me all the support and love and chats and whatnot. I hope you all have amazing, wonderful, fantastic, delicious food until we meet again. And I love and appreciate all of your various faces. So, bye-bye.